Hello everybody, we are taking up the orthographic projections and we have done a lot of exercises so far. So on the same lines, let's now work on the next problem. So we'll have one more problem now for this exercise, for this lecture, and during this time you are again going to see the exercises which are given without answers. So again you will find there is a figure given, the object is given, and you are asked to see the object in the particular direction, and according to this direction you are going to draw the front view and then the top view and then the left hand side view on the right side. And all these three views are to be drawn by yourself, and there is no reference given as an answer like earlier problems. So last time also we have prepared one practice sheet during the last lecture where there will be similar problems, and those problems also were not having the answers. So in the same continuation we are solving the next problem like this, which again has not got answers given. We have to draw it ourselves. Okay, so let us begin. We see in this direction, so which surface you are going to see. So as you can see here, this is the L type of shape which is visible from the front to start with. So we begin with this simple surface like this as the first surface which is seen. After this surface, what else you will see? Can you see this surface? No, this is in line with your viewing. So you are looking in this direction. So this is parallel to your direction. So this you will not be able to see. Similarly, this also you will not be able to see. But if you look at this surface, this inclined surface, so this inclined surface you are going to see, and when you see that, you will find, say, suppose the distance is given as 20 and this is 50, therefore this is 30. So at a distance of 30 you draw this vertical line, and on this side also you have to draw vertical line, because this vertical line is nothing but this edge. So this edge will be in same line with this line. So one line, and after that the next line is this. So you are drawing these two lines in the same level like this from this point, and the total height will be 40. So once you draw that, then the next line will be where? So when you try to draw line here, you will find that it is made up of this line. So this, all the edges, edge 1, edge 2, edge 3, edge 4 and edge 5, all these 5 edges will be seen in this direction. So as soon as you reach here, which is this point here, so as soon as you reach here, from here to here, when you go, that time it will not be a straight line, but it will be a line like this, this and this. So all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines will be from this point, 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5 like this. So that way these lines will come, and or in other words, this surface which is inclined, this inclined surface you will see in this direction adjacent to this line. Okay, so that becomes the front view. Moreover, there is one more thing to be seen, and that is this edge. You have to clearly understand what happens to this edge and what happens to this surface. You will see that because it is cut in this inclined manner, this surface is partly seen and partly not seen. So if you see this part, this side of the surface, that surface is hidden because it has gone behind. But if you see this end of the surface, this end of the surface will be visible. So up to what extent it will be visible? It will be visible till this line. So this line will come in the way, and at the same time this above line also will be. That means when you draw these lines 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, as I said earlier, in addition to these 5 lines, there will be one more line which will come here. When you draw at this place, at that place when you draw between these 2 points, suppose I say this point is A and this point is B. So you will get point A here and point B here, but A and B you have to join. You have to join. There is no line here from A and B, but when you draw here, you have to join the points corresponding to A and B, and what line you have drawn is actually a line which is this. This line is the one which you will have to draw across these 2 points when they are drawn here, to represent this end of this surface. Remaining end is not seen. Okay, so that becomes the surface. This surface we have represented. This is not seen, but then what you have to do is the edge which is not seen, that you have to draw over here as a dotted line. So the line which we are drawing here, that line will be continued further, and that has to be drawn here in your front view as a dotted line to represent this surface. Okay, so please keep in mind this part is very important. So let me see how you draw it. So you have to draw it by making use of all whatever we have learned so far. There is nothing new. We have already learned the rule. only that rule you have to apply. The figure is new, but the rule is already known to us. So according to that rule, we have to draw this figure. You will find that in this particular subject, you will find that there could be thousands of problems. If you go on referring different books, you will keep on seeing thousands and thousands of problems. Most of the problems will not be same as earlier. But then, as far as solving them is concerned, there should not be any difficulty because the rules are limited. Although the problems are unlimited, the rules are already made. They are finite rules, they are not unlimited rules. So you can make use of those rules, and whatever is asked, that can be easily drawn. So that was the front view, which will show you this surface and partly this surface, and for this edge which is hidden, there will be a dotted line here. So that is a summary of what will be seen in the front view. Then go to top view. So go above and look down. So from above, when you look down on the surface, that time what you will see. So the first clear-cut easiest thing is this triangle will be seen. So overall object shape is say 12 plus 12 plus 12, so that is 36. So it is a base of size 36 by 50. So this is 50, this is 36. So you can safely assume that you have to draw a rectangle of size 50 by 36 to start with. Now out of that, these two sides will be this, and then this is continuous. And then what you do is, you have to, on the other side, you have to mark this 12, get this point, 12 from here, get this point, and then you have to draw these two lines which are touching to this line. So to this line, two lines will come and touch like this. One from here like this, and one from here like this. Now where are these 2 points? They are the points on this side of the 36 rectangle. So rectangle has got one side 36, similarly it has got another side 36. So on this other side, you have to mark these points. What is the other side made up of? This side is made up of lines which are this line, then this line which is behind, and then this line. So when you see from top, first line, second line and third line, all these three lines will be in one level, in one line. So they will form single line, which will be the 36 line on the other side. And then these two lines will come, and these two lines will intersect these points. So that becomes a top view. Now with all the imagination what you have developed and which you are further going to develop, you should be able to solve the problem by making use of all this information. And keep in mind that you have to keep on stretching your imagination. You have to keep on visualizing how the object will be seen. So if you keep on visualizing, then gradually that kind of tendency you will develop to read the object. And once you read the object, then it becomes very easy to draw the figures. It will not take much time once you start imagining and visualizing. So that becomes this problem for today. And now let's take the next problem, which is here. Now see how is this problem made up of. Again some object is there. Now this object has got some curvature, some circular shapes are also there. So let us see how do we draw them. So again the direction of viewing is given. This is going to be the front direction. So we have to look in this direction, draw the front view. Then from above you see below and draw the top view. And after that come to the left side, look at the object from left side. Whatever is seen, that is drawn on the right side of the front view where it is drawn. So let's begin with the front view. So in this front view direction, what are you going to see? So as you see here, there is some kind of a L shape is there. So that L shape you have to draw first as per the given size. So this is 72, height is 12. So draw like this. Again there is 12 distance and draw these vertical lines. Now these vertical lines you will draw up to what height? Now here directly the height is not given, but you have to realize that the surface is flat till here, and after that the surface is in the curvature form. But although it is in curvature form, this curvature and this flat surface, it is merging properly. That means, see, like there is a edge here, this surface and this surface, they are meeting at this edge. So this edge you can physically touch by hand, and you can feel this edge here. But then here, if you suppose you rub your finger here to notice any edge is there or not, you will not notice there is any edge here. But at one point of time, somewhere exactly here, this is the center of this curvature. So from this center of curvature, if you draw this line, then up to this point from here, there is a flat surface. After this point, suppose you draw a line like here. So from this line down, it is a flat surface, and from this line above if you go, the curvature starts like this. But when you see in this direction, this curvature and this flat surface, that cannot be distinguished separately. You will see as one surface. So the surface, this surface will start from here and it will continue upwards up to this height. Now what is this height? That height you can get from this dimension. The dimension says R30, that means radius 30. So from this point, this circle is drawn by taking a radius equal to 30. That means this distance is 30. This vertical distance, the maximum point is 30. And again on this side also it is 30. So it is a semicircle, half circle is drawn of radius 30. So for us, when you draw this rectangle, the height of this rectangle will be 12 plus 60 plus 30. So 60 plus 30, 90, and 90 plus 12, 102. So from this point you have to go up by 102, then come this way by 12, and then come down like this. So that is the rectangle you are going to see in the front direction. So this is a L-shaped rectangle or L-shaped part you will be seeing from the front. After you do that, what is the next? At this point somewhere here, which is 30 from above, there is a cylinder, and this is the center of this cylinder. It's a hollow pipe or hollow cylinder you can say, and that is having a center here at a height of 60. So when you see from this direction, how do you see a cylinder? In the front direction, when you see, the cylinder will be seen just as a rectangle, and the size of the rectangle will be, one side of the rectangle will be 25, and the other side, vertical side of the rectangle, is going to be the diameter of this circle. So the diameter from here to here, if you observe, that is 30. So when you see in this direction, you will draw a rectangle of size 25 by 30 by 25 by 30. So this rectangle you will draw such that the center of the rectangle, this line, will be at a height of 60. So after you draw this rectangle, inside this rectangle, you have to draw one more rectangle now for this particular hole or the inside surface. Now this inside surface, how is the shape? Inside surface, again the size is, you can see here, 20 up to here. Height, vertical height is diameter 20. So from the in the front view, the height of the rectangle is 20, and the other dimension of the rectangle will be 25, which is here up to here. But then this hole which is shown, this hole, the depth of the hole, nothing is mentioned. So when nothing is mentioned, we have to assume that it is a through hole. That means this hole will start from here and it will come out from the other side. So if that is the case, then the internal surface will be of a length from here till the end. So it will be 25 plus 12. So it will be a full length till here and till here. That means from this height, at a height of 20. So in this rectangle, when you draw this rectangle, this line of course will not be seen because it is already merging with this line. So vertical line is already there, but you have to draw these horizontal lines till the last end. So the total length of these horizontal lines will be 25 plus 12, and remember it is not seen, so this will be a dotted line, and there will be one more dotted line from this point till the last line. Okay, so two dotted lines will come, and these two dotted lines are parallel to each other. They are horizontal, they are parallel to this dimension. Dotted lines here are parallel to this dimension. Dotted lines will start one from here, and both these lines will end till this. Okay, so that is representing the inside surface of the cylinder. Now having done this much, what next? The next thing is this part. This is called the rib, RIB, rib. Now this rib, when you draw, this rib has to be drawn starting from the base end, the lower base of the cylinder till this point. So all what you have to do is you have to draw this inclined line from the last point of the circle or the cylinder till this height. So wherever you have got this 12 point, the point at a height of 12, so you have to join this to this point in the front view to represent this surface. So that becomes the front view. So I'll just repeat what we have drawn. We have drawn this L shape, then we have drawn this pipe as a rectangle, and then we have drawn two dotted lines for the internal surface, and then we have drawn this just inclined line, so that this inclined line plus these three lines, that will comprise or that will form this surface. So they are the surfaces which are seen. If you count, it will be one surface this, second surface this, third surface is the outside of the rectangle cylinder, fourth surface is this surface, and two dotted lines. That is the front view. Now let's go to top and look from above. Now when you look from above, what will be the overall size of the figure? The figure will have one side 72, the other side is 60. So the figure is not going to go beyond this 72 by 60. So one thing is sure, that the top view will be of a rectangular shape of size 60 by 72. So within 60 by 72 everything is fitted. So what else is fitted? On this side 60 which is there on this side, exactly opposite of this 60 which is there, that 60 is nothing but this curvature. So this curved surface, when you see from above, it will be not seen as a curved surface, it will be seen just as a straight line like this. So this straight line is drawn here to represent this curved surface. Similarly, there is one more curved surface, curved edge here. Or this is the width of this back plate which is there. It has got a width of 12. So this 12 will be seen at a distance of 12. There will be one more line drawn. So in this rectangle on this side, this is the last line of the rectangle of length 60, and you have to draw one more line at a distance of 12 starting from here. So this line you will be drawing till the end to represent this surface. To represent this surface, this line you have to draw till the end, whose length is 60. Then what next? Now you have to draw the cylinder. Now this cylinder, when you see from top, it will be seen similar to what you see the cylinder from the front. So from the front, how you saw? You saw a rectangle 25 by 20. So same way when you see from top, again there will be a rectangle of size 25 by 20. So this rectangle you will see touching to this surface or this line or this line. So draw this rectangle. Again inside the rectangle you have to draw these two dotted lines, just like in the front view. Now these two dotted lines will represent the internal surface, or in other words it is going to represent the hole. Now this hole of size 20 is till the end. So the length of this whole length of the dotted line is 25 plus 12, 37. So that completes the top view of the cylindrical shape. After that, can you see this surface from above? The surface which has got a width of 8. Now this surface you can see from above. So when you see from above, you have to draw it. So where do you draw this surface? You draw this surface as two lines. Now where will be this line? This line is at a distance of 26 from here. This line will be at a distance of remaining 26 must be from here. Because this is 26 and 26, 52, 52 plus 8 is 60. So this is symmetric. So these two lines you will draw according to distance 26, 26. So the lines will start from here and the lines will touch here. But when you draw, these two lines will be seen parallel to these lines. And they will come and touch to this cylinder. Now having done this much, which is very very obvious and you can do this, what most probably you will forget to draw is this surface. Now what will happen to this surface and the surface exactly behind this? Now these two surfaces, when you see from top, are they seen or are they not seen? You will realize that this surface is seen up to certain extent, only this much. Only this much which is in front of cylinder is seen, and after this line, there is no line here, but just imagine this one line at a distance of 25. Beyond this line, this part of the surface you will not be able to see from above. It is still there, but you will not be able to see from above because the cylinder has come in the way. So that means what happens? This surface, if you try to show by a line, and you will show it by a line like this. So this line you have already drawn, same as like this. But after this point, so when 25 point is come from here, 25, after that the same surface or the same edge will continue till here, but that will be drawn as a dotted line. So in other words, this line 25, this length 25 will be a dotted line of length 25 here when you draw from the front, and one more same line from the other side also. So these two lines will continue till they touch to the cylinder, and after that they will still be there in the form of dotted lines, one here and one at the back. So that will represent this entire rib right from here till here. Partly it is seen, partly it is hidden. So partly dotted line, partly continuous line. So same line up to here is continuous, after that it is dotted. Same way this surface, if you observe, when you see from top, that time this is not seen, but then exactly here there is this line. So this dotted line is covered by this continuous line. So the preferences you have to the continuous line. So you have to draw this continuous line, although there is a dotted line also there for this part of the surface. Okay, so that becomes the right hand side view. So we have discussed the top view, we have discussed the front view and top view. Now the next view is the left hand side view. So what will happen if you look in this direction? There is a left hand side view, how that will be drawn. So with that, if you think what is seen, first thing is this rectangle is seen. So you can draw this rectangle of size 60 by vertical is 12. Now after this rectangle, above this rectangle, what you will see? You will see this shape. Whatever shape is here, that shape has got width same as 60 and the height will be like what we have just now seen, 60 plus 30, and this 12 is already there. But then when you draw 60 till here as a vertical line, same 60 on the other side, and the two ends of the 60 and 60, they are joined by a semicircle. So with this as the center, which is exactly middle of this 60, that is 30. So taking this center here, we draw semicircle starting from this end to this end. So that is the overall shape of this back surface, like this, which is exactly above this. So it will come for you, it will come like this, straight, curvature and again straight. So you have drawn this surface. Now what is remaining? Cylinder. Now cylinder, if you look in this direction, left hand side view, how it will be seen? It will be seen with a center here, then the diameter 20 will be here, and then one more diameter 30 here with the same center. So two concentric circles, these two concentric circles we have to draw by the same center. So even this also is going to be concentric with this center. So from the same center there are two circles and one semicircle drawn from this point as a center. So these things will come, and now what is left is this rib. How do you draw a rib? This rib is drawn of a width 8 with a distance 26 from one side and 26 from the other side. These inclined lines will be drawn as a vertical lines. So these two vertical lines will come and they will touch to the cylinder. So this point you have to draw. So these inclined lines will be seen as vertical lines. So exactly perpendicular to this. So it will be forming something like a T shape. The only thing is here this line will come because there is a change of level. So this line will still come. So that becomes the left hand side view. So you have to draw these figures as your exercise for this particular practice sheet.